Yeah, well, I told Danny to record in case you're going to be on your phone. All right, here we are live. News AF. Bam. Last day of May.
Sorry, guys. My fault. All the live guys. My Windows computer will not give me an option to select from a list of Wi-Fi networks, and it's infuriating.
Sad story.
It's like ruining my life right now. I don't know why, because it's so simple of a thing. Like, I know both of you guys are like looking at me like I'm a moron and just not figuring it out.
No. Now you're projecting.
I wasn't thinking that. Yeah,
Danny?
the best thing to do is you stick your finger as far in the USB slot as you can and use your body as an antenna. And usually it increases your range.
So whatever it is, So whatever it is, I can't. Yeah, it won't pull up any way for me to select a Wi-Fi, and it's always just connected automatically. I was on my computer last night, and it was connected automatically. I even moved to where I was last night just in case, but for whatever reason, Windows has decided that it will make it impossible for you to find the list of Wi-Fi connections that are available to your computer in that moment.
Have you been insulting Bill Gates or anything?
Yeah.
You think this could be...
In my heart all the time, yeah.
So that might be it. I think that he has an AI that continually runs on the internet looking for personal insults, and then he's very vindictive, and he'll.
I believe that. DePete says, "Forget the network." That would be nice, DePete, if I could find the list of networks. There's no list of networks anywhere on my machine that shows any option to do anything with anything.
Wow.
Okay.
You'd be okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
But I need some time for some like breathing exercises.
The computer's not that old. Otherwise, I would have already punched a hole through it with my fist.
That would be cool to see, like a perfect hole.
I've smashed a laptop before.
Okay, that's easy, but to punch a hole through.
Well, I'm just saying, like, this won't have been.
No, you said you'd punch a hole through it. So
yeah, but what I'm saying is, I've destroyed a laptop before.
We all have, but punching a hole through it—that's next level. I can't wait to see that video.
Yeah,
I destroyed
the
a
Wi-Fi
laptop
radio
once,
is off.
but
that's probably true, DePete, but I can't figure out how to turn it on, and I never turned it off. And OMG, did you try the list of networks though?
Yeah, Tyson. That is it possible? Could you have visited any websites that maybe did your computer in?
No.
What kind of downloads are you doing?
Yeah, your computer, took the honorable way out.
Yeah. So when I go to settings, network settings here, go to network and internet. It gives me. Let's see.
Let's clip this video of Tyson Apostle live troubleshoots his laptop.
Oh, it's doing it now. Here we go.
That's how
I reset
Have
all
you tried
of the
turning it
Wi-Fi.
on?
No, what I did was I reset. I've been waiting here, and I reset all of the network connector thingy-madoos. So now it seems like it worked.
Okay.
So, but we're already on Rachel's laptop.
TKMG says, you sound like my 70-plus-year-old parents trying to do anything computer-related.
If I handed you this computer, you would be on my side, 100%. TKMG. Yeah. No, I'm connected. Okay.
Yep.
So I had to reset.
These comments look nice. I think they redid this. Yeah.
I had to reset all of the. Nope, it's not a small switch on the side. I reset all of the Wi-Fi or all of the internet connections on this computer, whatever it's called. And now it automatically reconnected to that. So there was some issue somewhere that I fixed.
Okay. All right. You ready for News AF?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go.
Happy again.
All right. It's all happening. All right. Here we go. Hey, everybody, what's going on? I'm Rob Cesternino, back again to talk with you about the week's most interesting news stories here for the week of May 31st, 2022, here on News AF.
If the story is buzzing like it's on crystal meth, it's about to be News AF. If the same old news makes you bored to death, it's time for some News AF. actual, factual news.
Yes, that's right. We are back here with another edition of News AF with all of us back together again this week. And here with us is a man who is not only pickleball's top influencer, America's dad, Father Nature, master of Windows computing. Here is Tyson Apostle.
Woo! Oh my gosh, dude, I can't believe I just taught myself how to do that. And for no rhyme or reason, don't buy Windows computers. There we go.
Okay.
Oh,
You heard it here
shots fired.
first.
Yeah. But
What computer should you buy?
that's what I'm still do not
Mhm.
know. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not pledging my allegiance to any computer company.
Free agent.
Free agent out here,
Mm-hmm.
but don't call me Windows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Tyson, I know you had a big weekend going to New York to call some pickleball. How did everything go?
Yes, it was awesome. So I'm contracted under Major League Pickleball, and they run a draft. So that's team pickleball. So there's 2 men and 2 women, and then they play like this round robin style event, and then they base it off the points. So it's like college tennis kind of. So this was the draft reveal of these teams. Gary V owns a team. Brene
cool.
Brown owns a
Yeah.
team. There's a few team owners like that. And so this was just the draft reveal and reveal party at the tennis center in Flushing Meadows. And this coming weekend, I'll be in Austin actually commentating on the matches.
Cool. All right.
But there was one girl we were with, and she had like a broadcast voice, but she was like reading a prompter, and she was like introducing us, and then we were giving our input. So she was like, "Welcome back. Here's an exciting day." And I was just like, do I need to adopt a broadcast voice for this stuff?
No.
You want to stand out.
No, your regular voice got you this far.
Okay, that's what I think. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Regular voice got me this far. Danny switches.
Danny
Switches.
switches?
Yes, I do.
Be yourself. So, Danny, you think I should have a new, different broadcast voice, or just
Oh
keep
my
my own
gosh,
voice?
you would sound awful. Everyone would just think you were weird. Kind of like when Madonna started having an English accent.
Good
Mhm.
morning, everyone. Rise and brine.
Well,
Beautiful
Brian,
morning.
when you work at a seafood restaurant or something.
Pickleball.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't come up with that. Somebody DM'd me that on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's welcome in a person who was sorely missed last week.
Mhm.
And he had a harrowing adventure. Please
He
welcome
did?
back the great Danny Bryson. Danny, how are you? Rise and brine.
excited to
Rise
be
and
with you
Brian.
guys here on the last day of Mermaid.
Rise and Bryson.
There we go.
Yeah, I got slapped around a little bit in the mountains.
By
But
who?
that's not completely unexpected. By
Mother Nature.
Nature
Mm.
slapped me around.
So what happened?
You know what? People who live in the Northwest will recognize this event immediately. Bluebird Day, just blue skies. Started off at the bottom of the mountain, was going to be a big day, 9,000 feet of up. By the time we got to the top of the mountain, is zero visibility, 55-mile-an-hour winds, pelted by hail, chunks of ice, water, rain, freezing rain, just no visibility. Just looking at our phones, trying our best to keep on track so that we don't ski off to certain death. And it was a pretty gnarly thing. And then, of course, people who are from there would say, "Oh, that's just skiing
That's
volcanoes."
what you expect. Yeah.
Mhm.
But for us, it was a baptism by fire. I've never had that. Normally, I don't travel with blue collar workers.
Mhm.
So they have more flexibility, right? They can kind of choose these guys had to go on a certain date. And so we were locked in. I would never ski on a day with questionable weather. I only go when it's the best weather ever.
So did you know it was going to be questionable as you started the day?
Well, yeah, but it just looked so harmless when we started in the morning. We did know that clouds were going to move in, but we didn't know that clouds meant 50-mile-an-hour winds blowing blinding pieces of ice directly into your face.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it was a learning experience. That's why the next day we were going to ski Rainier after skiing Adams. And we got about 20 miles into our adventure. And then we looked up at the summit and it was covered by a lenticular cloud. We're like, nope, not going to do that again.
Not
'Cause
the
on-
lenticulars.
On Rainier, if you go through that experience, you're more likely to fall off, crevasse, Serac, something like that. So we bailed. It was like a 40-mile day without any summit.
Mm-hmm.
Learned a lot about myself.
I did too. You just said like 3 words I didn't ever know.
Yeah. So it was exciting. I think that I'd rather be playing pickleball. But Tyson,
Yes.
on our very, very long drive back,
Did you talk about me?
I read this article on the drama that is pickleball politics.
Yeah, that's partly true, that article, but the guy,
one on it was
fake news?
Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, Sports Illustrated. That's
it
the
was
one I read.
biased, and I also don't think he did very good research. Like some of the sites, some of this, the people he used as references are people nobody knows in the sport at all.
Okay, everyone references the 2 top. I've seen them in enough articles.
The PPA and the APP.
Yeah, well, I mean correct. The 2 top players, the 2.
Oh yeah, Ben Johns.
Players.
Yeah,
the billionaires are always part of the story.
Yes,
those
they
evil
are.
Billionaires manipulating the world of sports.
Yeah,
but I thought, this is Tyson's world.
Yeah,
it was like a rare glimpse. It sounds like a biased glimpse into the wild west of pickleball.
It is the Wild West, but I think,
and you're in the West.
Yeah, but that Sports Illustrated article was not done properly.
Okay. Shots fired against Microsoft. Now Sports Illustrated. Who else
he was supposed to? The journalist was supposed to come on our pickleball podcast last week, but then
chickened out.
No, we decided to push him, so we pushed him too.
I like that.
Yeah,
you bumped him.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, with that in mind, let's start to get into some of our top stories at this hour. And this is the show must go on. Let's talk about a story from the world of entertainment and something that I know that Danny is pretty pumped up about. Of course,
yes,
it was talked about a little bit last week, but we didn't get the chance to weigh in on. There's a brand new Winnie the Pooh movie coming out. As the Winnie the Pooh IP has gone public domain, there is a Winnie the Pooh horror movie called Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey.
Blood and Honey.
Yes.
That's not the movie coming out, or it is the movie coming out.
That is the movie coming out. It's created by someone who is choosing to focus on the story where Christopher Robin goes off to college and Winnie the Pooh and Piglet are left to fend for themselves and increasingly turn to more violent means to feed their never-ending hunger. That's what I read.
And it
sounds
exciting.
Going
to be on Disney Plus?
No, because it's not part of Disney. Disney does not own the copyright to Winnie the Pooh here.
Got to check out some of the stills from this film, Tyson. Truly, the bear itself is just the mask of terror.
Yeah, it's very creepy. So Piglet and Pooh are the main villains going on a rampage after being abandoned by college-bound Christopher Robin.
Ooh, that was bound to happen at some point, though.
Right?
Because don't forget, Winnie the Pooh, lovable, but still a bear. I mean, we've talked about, Danny, how many stories about Lake Tahoe about the damage that a bear can do?
Did you see that video of the Seattle mother who had to run out and grab her daughter who was approaching a bear? Because her idea of a bear, as taught by Disney, was like, oh, bears are so friendly and laughable and approachable. So the little girl was going out to give the bear a hug, and the mom had to run out and stop her. So yes, maybe this will help make that situation not happen in the future.
Right. Tyson, as Father Nature, does Disney need to stop making animals seem so friendly?
I mean, their catalog would be chopped down to like 3 movies.
Lion King, mostly friendly lions.
Jungle Book has a lot of dangerous. The snake, the black, the panther.
Yeah.
But still, there's a lot of friendly animals too. Baloo, King Louie.
Yeah.
Then you got there's so many that are.
Bears always get an unequaled amount of good press from cartoons and stuff.
Don't
you feel like bears are rarely the villain? Oh, it's just a good.
Yeah, even Goldilocks, like they're kind of like ambiguous. Neither good nor bad.
But the
Yeah.
bear is really a terrifying creature.
In Brave, they show the
in Brave,
terrible side, but also
Mm-hmm.
loving and understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It didn't even tell the whole story. So this might be the movie that educates, my kids and some of your kids to properly be afraid of bears.
Terrified and and
pigs.
and baby pigs.
Pigs are also dangerous, by the way. Like especially wild feral pigs.
Wild feral pigs. And in this still that we see from the movie, there's a young woman who's luxuriating in a hot tub as it looks like Winnie the Pooh and Piglet are sneaking up from behind, I believe, to chloroform her.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I
Why
don't
would
they
they
want
do
any
that?
part in this movie?
They're just hungry.
Yeah.
Why chloroform? And by
I
the
bet
way,
she would give them regular food.
Right. No, but she's just hanging out, and apparently they're trying, according to this, that they're going to chloroform her and take her out of the hot tub and then drive a car over their head. First up, didn't even know they could drive.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't know how to drive.
Second of all,
Also,
that's a
why
lot
does
of
everything
work.
have to be so violent if all they want to do is eat them?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, the head is probably the worst part to eat, no?
The
In
brains,
some cultures, I'm sure it's very valued. Eyeballs are delicious.
brains.
Yeah.
Tongue, a lot of good food in there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well
Yeah.
protected too. Like you can save it for later. It's kind of encased in its own Tupperware.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Tyson, would you go see this or would it be too scary?
I mean, I could see it. It wouldn't be too scary for me.
By the way, you give me $100,000, I could make this movie just as well.
Is it
Yeah?
animated?
No,
It's animated.
real
look at
live
the
action.
Look at
Oh,
the
it's
costumes.
live action?
Terrible costumes.
Hmm.
The local Halloween shop has those masks, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, do you think that we will see this with other Disney properties that have expiring copyrights?
How did this get out into the public? That seems very unusual for the team of lawyers at Disney to allow this.
Could they re-up a copyright?
I think it's too late.
I
I don't know how it works.
I don't know how it works. I bet in a court of law they would probably figure out a way to win.
Okay. Interestingly, the Mickey Mouse copyright is expiring soon.
Ooh,
No
should we
way.
Get on it.
You can't let
get
that
on it.
go.
Let's get on it.
Yeah, it's possible. So, yeah, according, I mean, it's from, it's going to expire in the year 2024.
So
By the
let's
way,
say,
the film can only be
Oh.
based on the 1926 version or something.
Mm-hmm.
So they still had to be careful in how they portrayed Winnie the Pooh and Piglet.
interesting.
And that's why
Yeah.
they can't have Tigger, because he's still under copyright.
Okay. Yeah. So the Copyright Act of 1976 allows you to have 75 years of protection.
Wow. So like if you let's say you're sitting there, Rob, in your studio, and you think of Winnie the Pooh and you go to copyright it, come to find out somebody already had the exact same idea you did. You now have to wait 75 years for your chance to get that copyrighted.
I think so. I think that sounds about right. So basically, then, if I want to make a video about Tyson's story from Survivor Tocantins, so I think that what was that, 2009, Tyson?
Yep.
So I think around 2084, I think I could make my own, fan fiction, movie
Do you
about
think
Survivor
that
Tocantins.
Guys, I'm going to make fun of myself here, but I'm just waiting for Roger Rabbit copyright to become.
Oh boy.
Dude, you're gonna have so much fun with Jessica Rabbit doing all the things you finally wanted her to do,
Yes. Dan, did you watch Rescue Rangers?
No, what is that?
Oh,
That's a show.
Should I
Chippendale
look-
Rescue Rangers.
Should I look this up?
no. I was gonna say
Oh.
maybe were you disappointed that Jessica Rabbit didn't show up on Rescue Rangers?
Oh, well, in my version,
Yeah.
she'll show up all the time.
She shows up in everything all the
Yeah.
time.
So what's that? 1989, and then only 75 years. So okay. So what's that? 2064? I mean, you
2064.
got a shot, Danny.
Yeah,
I do
you
have a
can do it.
shot. Oh
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna get all my pencils and all of my art supplies ready for that moment.
Okay.
Then I'm just gonna draw and take pictures.
I love it.
All right. Should we talk about some summer news going on? Of course, a lot of shortages, a lot of staffing shortages as well. Lifeguards is a job that seemingly we are having a lifeguard shortage here, at least in the United States.
Mhm.
But I'm not sure how that could be when we have this news story about top Los Angeles lifeguards. Tyson, could you guess how much are the top lifeguards in Los Angeles making a year?
100 and is it for the full year? I guess. Okay.
For,
Full year.
yes, for the full year.
Well, I'm just wondering if the pools are open year round in Los
Well,
Angeles.
beaches, Tyson.
These are beach
oh,
lifeguards.
beaches.
Yes.
Oh, 180K.
The top lifeguard in Los Angeles made $510,283
What?
in 2021. Yeah.
You get a bonus for every life saved. How is that possible?
I don't even think you get should you get a bonus for life saved?
Heck
No.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but from the person whose life you saved. Okay.
Okay, they owe you a life debt, maybe.
But is this like the guy who like organizes all of the lifeguard duties?
No,
across the
it's
whole
not
thing?
uncommon. They like make a lot of them are making $300,000. This guy happens to be
Mhm.
a captain. And by the way, the $500,000 represents all like compensation, meaning like overtime, benefits, bonuses, and his base salary, which was like 150.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
Big business.
Tyson, you know how to swim really well. Why don't you get
I'm-
down to the beaches, throw on that Speedo, and just save lives?
Okay. I mean, most of the times you probably don't even have to save any lives.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised when I heard about a lifeguard shortage. Isn't that like one of the top jobs that you would want for the summer?
No, there's a shortage this summer because not all lifeguards are making 500K,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's
So-
not what you start out at. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
also, yeah.
especially at a community pool. You're probably being paid in like Arby's coupons
Mm-hmm.
at first. You got to work your way up from the community pool to the
Mhm.
LA beach.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
do you think that it's because, Tyson, that it's been so many years since Baywatch that it's no longer considered a glamorous position?
Yeah, that must be it. No, I think that it's not that fun, probably, or easy. As a ocean lifeguard, it's definitely difficult because you
Mhm.
have like a large swath
Scary. Yeah,
of
that'd be scary to
ocean
be that
watch.
responsible.
And then you also if you go to a community pool or something, it's long, boring days in the sun.
Unless you're a pervert. That's a great job.
Okay.
Didn't even think of that. Yeah.
That's what I thought. I'm like, it's a great job for perverts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's the worst lifeguard shortage ever. And you wouldn't think that would be the case.
Because
And you-
people like Tyson aren't standing up and getting jobs.
Yeah, people who have my swimming ability.
And body,
okay.
and body.
So you think
Yeah.
that, young people with swimmers' bodies are like, what the hell am I going to be a lifeguard for? I could be an influencer.
Exactly.
I
Well put.
like a young person and I wear a bathing suit all day. Forget this. I'm on Instagram. I'm not sitting in a chair with a whistle all day telling kids, stop running.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
None
a
of us
pretty
are.
good theory.
Yeah.
Tyson, take that body to where it belongs, the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. But
There's
wouldn't
pickleball
that-
courts nearby, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sure. There are pickleball courts nearby, but then I'm going to spend my time saving lives instead of playing pickleball? Not.
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
And giving CPR to strangers, not an attractive possibility. As if and I know they make those plastic little mouth guards, but still,
You think it's
Even-
a COVID thing, Danny?
even with the one-way valve,
yeah.
to stop the puke. I don't know. I'd have a hard time giving I'd have a hard time even doing a chest compression because
yeah, you don't want to break
snapping
that sternum.
bone.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Some people feel like that the lifeguards aren't being paid enough money. So maybe we need to
Spread it around.
spread the wealth here
Ooh,
of
or-
instead of like paying these top lifeguards $500K.
Or
Yeah.
let's go become lifeguards and then complain about how lifeguards aren't getting paid enough. So we then start getting paid more after we've complained how lifeguards don't get paid enough.
Yeah, Tyson, is it possible also that being a lifeguard, you can't be on your phone all the time being a lifeguard, and that's one of the big turnoffs?
Yes, for sure.
I mean, I think, yeah, you're supposed to, but I feel like I've seen lifeguards on their phones.
Yeah, you can't work from home.
That's a big turnoff right there.
Yeah.
I mean, they could set up some cameras on the top of those big stands.
And then an alarm button.
Yeah, and then
Remote
maybe you have to live
button.
near the beach, so you have like a zip line that goes from your back deck down directly to the beach.
Yeah.
I was thinking just like at a pool, if you had cameras set up and you had an alarm button by your computer,
A grappling hook.
Well, you just push the alarm button, and then everybody's like saves each other.
Well, Tyson, we talked last week about the Walmart drones. When is the lifeguard drone going to be out there? I feel like, have the drone drop a life preserver.
Well, what did they ever do with that Elon Musk submarine that was supposed to go into the cave?
I don't know.
couldn't that
they did. I think the lifeguard said they didn't want it, or he was mad, right? They didn't thank him
after he insulted a bunch of people. I think they probably didn't even want his submarine.
Once again, want his help.
It was just an idea. It wasn't like he didn't have the submarine on hand. He was just like, what if we took the next 2 years and crowdsourced a submarine?
Yeah.
I can come up with ideas that are great. We're coming up with great ideas right now for the lifeguard shortage. Yeah. So that's the easy part.
The submarine. So if he's finally gotten that submarine built, we already know that those guys got rescued from the cave. So we don't need it for that anymore. But what if we just put like a lifeguard submarine out that's autonomous and put it out in the ocean waves, and then every time somebody got into trouble, it would just use a robotic arm to throw them back on shore.
I would feel a lot better if I knew there was a robot submarine patrolling the waters where I was swimming. The other day when I went to the beach, I thought if my kids get carried away, all I'm giving the ocean is a twofer when I jump in to save him. Because
when did you go to the beach?
This is Malibu, so a while ago.
Oh.
And I just thought, you know what? I can't swim. I need a lifeguard here, but there were no lifeguards nearby. I need a robot lifeguard that is just like back and to rescue my kid.
Can you swim better than your kids?
No, probably not.
Ooh,
you've seen me swim, Tyson.
Yeah, but I haven't seen your kids swim.
I did think what I need is some arm floaties for myself that I wear on the beach while watching them.
What about this? You know how like when you do backcountry skiing, you wear a bag that when you pull, it inflates? Why don't you wear that
bathing suit? Right.
So bring my Abby bag to the beach.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it would just drown me because it fills up behind my head. So it would just push my face directly into the water.
You wear it on the front.
That's a good idea.
Wear it on the front.
I think we got it with the life preserver drone. I think that thing should just be like flying across the shoreline. And if anybody needs the life preserver, it just drops it.
Oh, okay. But there's only one?
What? How many people are drowning?
It's a big enough beach. You could have two. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, why not have like a whole roll of donuts that it flies around and just like bloop, bloop?
It could. I think that I don't
when
know
a
how heavy
riptide
it
gets
gets.
ripping, when a riptide gets ripping, you're probably pulling more than one person out.
Yeah, but then you got to blow the whistle, get everybody out of the water.
Yeah.
I think so. Okay. Luke in the chat says Danny wants Jessica Rabbit as his lifeguard.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, and when she enters the the public domain, every lifeguard will be a robot Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
Right?
Can rabbits swim?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, she's a person. She's a
Rabbit's
just her last name.
Yeah. She's the person. Roger Rabbit is the
Yes, her husband. Yes.
Her husband. Oh, Danny.
Yes.
Jessica Rabbit is a married woman.
To the mobster? Is she married to like a gangster? Who's she married to?
She's married to Roger Rabbit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Her last name is Rabbit, just like Roger Rabbit's last name.
Jessica Rabbit. You're right. Guys, it's been a while. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not up in Draper doing that whole TikTok mom thing, are you, Danny?
What is it? What? Explain.
Supposedly,
I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can.
Do you know about that, Rob?
I heard about it on TikTok. Yeah.
The Mormon swingers in Draper in South Salt Lake.
Okay.
And now it's all imploding on itself and everybody's finding out about everybody. And now it's That's all I know about it.
Oh,
Mhm.
dude,
So-
I haven't seen anything. And you think Jessica Rabbit might have been there?
No, I think that you, with your heart, salivating over a married woman.
Oh, I see. Yes. Lust. One of the 7 deadly sins, lusting after a cartoon character, is in there. I
Correct.
think they mentioned that in the scriptures.
Mhm.
Yeah. in
By the way, I
Revelations.
don't have a thing for Jessica Rabbit, right? It's
Anymore.
a joke I play up.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Take it easy,
Come
everybody.
on, guys.
Okay.
Give me a break.
Okay.
All right. How about a story that comes to us out of Georgia about a Sonic restaurant that had a discovery when they found that behind one of their fryers, they found a python, Danny.
Welcome to Australia.
Yes. Now, this
I mean,
was
that's
in,
every day
This was in
Australia.
Georgia.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it might be a news in Georgia, but anywhere on the Gold Coast, it's like, yeah, dude, you'd be surprised if there wasn't a python or
Mhm.
jumping poisonous spider behind or on your toilet.
It was a 3.5-foot snake.
Oh,
that
that's
was-
not. That's small.
That's nothing.
no 3.5 feet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nobody knows how he got there. Nobody knows if he was abandoned or an escaped pet, or they also leave the back door open at Sonic a lot.
3.5 feet. I don't think I'll have to find a measuring tape, but I don't think that could wrap around me and significantly squeeze me.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, this didn't look like it was, enough to like a boa constrictor or anything like that.
It is a snake. It
Yeah.
does have just. Oh, actually, I'm looking at the picture. And that's 3.5 feet, but it's got some real girth.
Mhm.
Sometimes
Yeah.
girth can be scary. Scary.
Do you
Yeah.
think that I mean, I don't know what kind of stuff they're putting in their popcorn chicken, but
Mhm.
python, fresh python.
I mean, they say that a snake tastes like chicken, so I
isn't
don't know
that
if
what
you
they
would
say?
really know.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
the fact is that the snake is cold-blooded, and they found that behind the air fryer would be
Nice
a
and
nice,
warm.
warm place for the snake to hang out.
Yeah. Sonic air fries their food?
No way.
No, did I say air fry?
You said air fryer.
Oh, I meant that's just probably a Freudian slip because
Oh,
I air
man.
fry so much. But no,
I was
they have
like,
yeah.
yeah. As soon as there's a restaurant out there that's like only air frying, like that's
No.
their thing, that's where we go to.
Should we
eat.
open that up?
Yeah.
What should we call it? Okay, restaurant AF, air fry.
Oh, nice.
good
Air
idea.
fry.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna go with air fryer tux.
Okay. Was
Air
Friar
frying
Tuck
snake.
Friar Tuck's
was
is a
Friar
restaurant.
Tuck a bear in that Robin Hood movie?
I think it was a badger.
Oh.
There was a bear though.
Yeah, there was a bear. It was
Little John.
Little John was the bear.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
Friar Tuck was a badger, but I could be wrong. But
Should
yeah,
we tell people that News AF stands for news air fried? It's like it's better for you than the regular news.
yeah,
Easier to
Easier to
to handle.
digest.
yeah.
Not as greasy.
Less fattening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Lower
How
calories.
did we get onto this air fryer tangent? Were we
Because
talk-
the snake at Sonic was behind the oil fryer.
oh
and Rob accidentally said air fryer when he told.
okay.
Mhm.
All right, I'm all caught up.
So, Danny, you love snakes.
Oh boy, yes.
What are you doing with this thing? Massaging it
Why would I massage it?
just to lull it into complacency as you evacuate?
Is that how
from the
that
building?
works?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, dude, the snake's in my way. Just give it a gentle massage,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it will become accustomed to your pheromones.
Yep.
And now it's your pet. Is that your standard move? Is to massage strange snakes whenever you see them?
Yes.
No, good policy.
Mhm.
I think what you do with snakes, and I saw a snake 2 days ago, is you
What
just
kind of snake?
I never recognize them. The
Set
only
up
one I
a-
can
set up
recognize
a fryer, a deep fryer, right?
I can only recognize a rattlesnake. But this was not a rattlesnake. It was on the road. And like all snakes, I just wait. Get off
Wait
the
it
road,
out.
snake. Go.
Mhm.
These people picked it up. I would never pick up a snake.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Did we know whose snake it was?
Nobody knows.
Nature's.
Yeah,
It was in Florida?
Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Probably Florida snake.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a Florida snake coming into Georgia.
Could be a
Yeah.
snake on the run. Yeah, but it was just taken to somebody who has a large terrarium. He has a new home.
The scariest place to find a snake, in my opinion, is in your
toilet.
car while you're driving.
Oh,
Interesting. I was gonna say the toilet.
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
But you have a place to escape in the toilets. Let's say you're on the freeway, you're driving, and a snake appears. That's there's no immediate escape.
Mhm.
Like you could easily pinch off and jump off the toilet. But in a car, what are you going to do?
What's the move, Danny? Just drive your car into the nearest ravine.
That's probably what most people would do. I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta
Do you
like
stop short because the snake's not strapped in.
yeah. Dude,
That's-
can you imagine if you were driving and all of a sudden you saw a rattlesnake on the floor of the
that's
passenger
what I'm talking
seat?
about. That's terrifying.
Yeah. That's when
Mhm.
you bring the car. If the snake doesn't notice you yet, then it's okay. But if the snake recognizes you there, then it's a problem.
You got to open the door while driving, and then when it goes to strike at you, kick it with your foot like it's like Kung Fu Master.
Wow.
running over the
Yeah.
street.
Wow. Take your foot off the pedals.
I was going to slowly bring the car to a stop on the shoulder
Yeah.
and then get out.
And then how do you get the snake out? Do you call the tow company? Like, does your insurance card, you like have someone you can call for snake
Yeah.
removal?
I think my Amex concierge would
yep.
do that.
Mhm. Mhm.
I could I could get the snake out. Even if it was a rattlesnake, I could get a rattlesnake out of my car with a long enough stick.
How you're gonna get a rattlesnake out of the passenger side where the feet are
Yeah.
with just a stick?
Like a like a big long broom handle-y thing.
Oh, you're gonna like let it crawl up and then like fling it like a trebuchet like into the distance.
No, I'm gonna open the passenger door.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get
Hope it
into
crawls out.
and then I'm gonna come on the other side and figure
Okay.
out a way to poke at it with the long broom handle till it forces itself
All
till
right.
I
Okay. Yeah.
spook it out of the car.
No, that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Good work.
Yeah.
Easy.
So that's the story of a snake that was in a Georgia Sonic, but there is a new ransomware out there that might cause you to visit another fast food chain. Okay,
Hmm.
so some people have become victim of a new ransomware by a group called Goodwill that some people are comparing to, like Friar Tuck, to Robinhood. Because this ransomware, in order to get back and access your files, makes you go out and do a seemingly good deed. Because if you get
Wow.
locked out with this brand new ransomware, it forces you to go and do some good deeds, like providing new clothes and blankets to needy people on the side of the road and make a video. Also, it will have you pick up 5 poor children and take them to Domino's, Pizza Hut, or KFC and allow them to order the food they eat and try to make them feel happy. And you have to make videos and pictures.
This ransomware is requiring me to pick up children and make a video with them.
Yeah, and where is this happening?
It says it originated out of Mumbai, India.
But I don't think it's happening to people in Mumbai. I think it's happening to people anywhere.
I mean, culturally, I don't know in Mumbai if it's okay
cool
to just pick up
children.
5 kids
Mhm.
and take them to Domino's
Yeah.
Pizza.
And also, I think that it might be considered to be maybe not the best thing for children to go to Domino's, Pizza Hut, or KFC.
I'd be causing harm by giving them heart disease if I'm buying them KFC. Like, shouldn't I, like Rob was just indicating, should I take them somewhere healthy?
Mm-hmm.
Get them some fruits and vegetables?
Yeah.
KFC.
Also,
is this a KFC thing?
You think KFC?
Well, I think KFC
putting
is
this out
doing
there.
this. They threw
Yeah.
in Domino's and Taco Bell to cover their tracks,
Mhm.
but they're just
yeah.
hoping
No,
to get a little
well,
bit more
it's
business.
Domino's and Pizza Hut. And then the third thing you have to do is pay the medical bills of someone who can't afford to and post it to Facebook. Now, how do you find somebody with medical bills? I guess some would say just swing a cat. But like gotta find a random person with a medical bill.
Probably, yeah. You could just like like you said, swing a cat, hit someone. They probably have a medical bill that's super expensive, especially here in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
This is still, I mean, I don't even know how to cover this. It's wrong, first of all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the right they're trying to have you do is not enough to cover up the wrong they're committing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's so much.
Right.
Like, can you imagine just getting that and then being like, I gotta find 5
Yeah,
kids.
I gotta go down to the elementary
I gotta
school.
go out and drop off the blankets.
Kids,
Yeah.
get in my car.
Yeah.
Let's go to KFC.
It's like a side quest from a video game as opposed to a ransom.
Yeah. That would yeah. And then the
Mhm.
medical bills thing, man, it's a lot. Especially like, what if one of the kids is the one who gets the ransom and then has to then
Oh, forget it.
yeah, then this kid that's like the one
Mhm.
hoping for the meal is now the one that has to figure out how to get a
Oh,
car
what a
first of all.
hardship. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
And then you have to post the pictures on social media also.
yeah, not well thought out. Maybe that's what happened to my computer earlier today.
Mhm. Yes. Have you been informed of any ransom that you have to go and take children to any local restaurants?
KFC.
No, but if I did, what I would do is I would take my 2 daughters
Yeah. The
Snap
Peter
a pic-
Pan pizza.
to Peter Pan Pizza, Peter Piper Pizza,
Peter Piper pizza.
snap a picture, and then somehow, I mean, there's so many kids at Peter Piper, you could probably just like snap a picture
Mhm.
and take credit for it, honestly.
Yeah.
Peter
Okay.
Piper, I almost forgot about that completely, Rob.
By the way, Peter Piper's not on the list, Tyson.
That's true.
Do you
I'm
get
in trouble.
credit if you take the kids to Peter Piper pizza?
No.
No, it's got to be Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Pizza Hut, I didn't even know made pizzas still. I know
Mhm.
it's mostly used for money laundering, so I didn't know they continued to
I went into a Pizza Hut somewhat recently and
Uh-huh.
immediately turned around and went back out.
Yeah, they don't have a soup bar or anything.
Yeah, there was
Mhm.
no soup bar, and the smell, which, by the way,
Smelled like
I
money
still
laundering.
have COVID nose, and it was puncturing all my dead nerves with this horrible, wretched smell.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wow. So where's your go-to garbage pizza place, Danny?
I mean, Little Caesars, just so easy.
It's so easy. If
So
I'm not
easy.
eating, if I'm not gonna,
It's
if I'm
so
not
easy to go to Little Caesar.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
If I'm not planning on eating much of the pizza myself, I get Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
if I'm planning to devour a lot of pizza, then I go to a nicer place.
Right. Don't waste money getting good pizza for your kids.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah. Only if
Is
you're
that
going to
on
have it.
That's in the scriptures too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably in one of those handbooks, like what to do when you're expecting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh
Now-
man.
All three of us on this podcast, we are parents. We know that you shouldn't waste money on getting good pizza for your children.
Yes.
But in the year 2070, many people might end up just parenting children in the metaverse.
It's right around the time Jessica Rabbit becomes available.
Mhm. Right around that same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
20.
I'm so happy for you, Danny.
We could have a
2064.
virtual baby together.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so happy for you.
Because of overpopulation, there might be more of a push to have people raise children have virtual children.
Do you think
that yes.
Do you think the stresses will still be there where you're like, I hope I'm doing this right? Oh man, I hope this doesn't mess them up. I hope this is for the
Yeah.
best
Tyson, did you
development."
ever have a Tamagotchi?
No, but I'm aware of Tamagotchis.
Yeah,
is
I
it?
think it
What
might
is
be the
it?
same thing, like a little virtual pet that you used to have to feed and change the diaper. And according to this study, that it might cost like $25 a month. Now, I'm not sure if that's adjusted for inflation. And by the early 2070s, you will have a virtual baby that you will grow in real time.
A lot cheaper than a real baby. $25 a month.
Yeah.
I feel like a virtual baby you could ignore because you just have to exit the virtual world and you no longer have to listen to it cry.
Yeah, but then it dies.
Yeah, then you just get another virtual baby.
That's easy for you to say, who is cold-hearted and didn't care
Yeah,
about
they
their
won't give you another
Tamagotchi.
one. They won't give you another one.
How many virtual babies can I have at the same time?
I believe that there are people that cry over the loss of a Tamagotchi.
Oh,
Sure.
for sure. People cry about the loss of all sorts of things. My kids
So-
cry when they lose their lucky penny. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And according to this article, that you'll wear gloves, and the gloves will make it feel like you're really holding the baby. It will, you know, this you can feel like you're holding the baby, and you don't have to really do anything else.
what about the
you know,
making of the baby?
I don't know if you get to simulate that. Probably. I mean, I think that's probably the first thing they're going to figure out.
Right? That's probably
Mhm.
already being solved by some of the greatest minds of our generation right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll make the baby with a robot or something virtually. And then what? You got to be around a cranky woman for 9 months. Understandably cranky woman, by the way. And then you got to, I mean, I want the whole process to be as realistic as possible from beginning to end. Not just like, oh, hand me a 1-year-old.
Right. So you might also have a virtual partner in the metaverse also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, you know, virtual babysitter would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like have this whole new world around this kid. Because it can't just be, hey, here's a 2-year-old. Take care of it for a year and then you're done. I want lifetime commitment to these virtual babies if we're going to call them virtual babies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You also will be able to take your baby to digital environments, including a sitting room, a park, or a swimming pool. And Tyson, that'll solve the lifeguard shortage as well.
Yeah.
I
The
like that.
algorithm, though, probably is picking every now and then for a baby to get into distress. You know, that in order to make it real, you know, like the lifeguard's flirting with an attractive person, your kid jumps into the pool, you're not paying attention because you're talking to another virtual dad or mom. You know what I mean? It's got to be realistic. I want it to be real. I mean,
It's going to be real, Danny.
Is it going to be a virtual teen eventually?
Yes.
Am I going to have to
Yes. You
discuss
could
with the
start
birds
with a
and the
virtual
bees?
teen. You don't even have to have it be born.
Skip the best parts.
The thought is that people will be able to try parenting before committing to the real thing, and give people who cannot have babies naturally or cannot afford them the ability to raise a child.
I can't imagine virtual teenagers being anything like the real thing.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you'd want that.
I guess.
Mhm.
Interesting. I like it as a teaching tool. I was telling my kid just the other day that I thought virtual reality would be a great way to learn about, you know, things you could never experience. Like that's the real value.
Yeah.
Like he said that someone had created something that allowed you to see the world as a schizophrenic sees it.
Oh.
And this is nice. It's kind of like you get to see the world as a parent sees it. And it'd be nice to put on your kids and have them be parents, you know, at a young age so they could appreciate all the crap you have to do to keep them alive and healthy.
Yeah.
Like get a taste of this and then throw them those goggles. And then after a week of that, they'll be like, Dad, you're the best. Can't even imagine. Be like, yep, now you can.
Yeah. Tyson, the one thing that you need to have though is working Wi-Fi.
Not for me.
You're
out. Virtual babies are dying. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, get to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is all according to one of Britain's leading artificial intelligence experts.
Oh, what's his name? Sounds like the guy
I think it's a woman. A woman. Her name is Catriona Campbell.
All right. I'm expecting
Yes.
exciting
She's
things from her.
Former UK government advisor. And these are environmentally friendly children also. Not filling up landfills with diapers, Danny.
Well,
yeah, but
Tyson only uses cloth diapers. So,
but
he's
is
never-
there like Tamagotchi baby mining facilities that are burning
Oh,
through much
you think
more?
it's much electricity? Yeah, is it
All
like
the
a
Bitcoin
thing?
mining stations are now
Yeah.
going to turn to Tamagotchi
Baby mining?
baby.
Yeah.
Baby mining.
Interesting.
Virtual baby mining. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. An interesting piece of research came across our desk today. Of course, it was Memorial Day weekend. A lot of grilling going on. Danny, did you barbecue at all this weekend?
It was almost snowing. That's
Oh.
how cold it was here. So no barbecue.
Very warm here on the East Coast. Okay. So the millennials have very interesting opinions about grilling. And so 8 in 10 millennials are saying they grill better than their parent that taught them. How do you think that goes?
Oh, 100%. That makes sense. 8
Yes.
out of 10 millennials think they do everything better than their parents. That's No surprise.
Yeah. All right. Danny, are you a better griller than your parent?
No, that's because I don't grill. Don't cook on the grill. But I will say that my brothers do seem to be better at grilling than my parents.
Oh, interesting. How about you,
Yeah.
Tyson?
Am I better at grilling than my dad?
Yeah.
Probably.
The arrogance of youth. There it
Mhm.
is on full
Yeah.
display.
I will say that I think that maybe the parent might have had like sort of like just like a old school like charcoal barbecue.
Yep.
Hot in the wrong places. I think that maybe it's the equipment that necessarily like the millennial has like gas grill, even flame.
Yeah, my dad
Even
only
heat.
cooks like with open flame surrounding his hands and singeing hair off his arms.
Yeah.
It's like
the only way he can
spraying
do it.
lighter fluid everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we learned to grill from our parents. And then what we did is we took what they did and improved upon it.
As it should be.
Yes.
Watched a YouTube video or two along the way.
Yes, exactly. Found some new products to marinate the meats
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Soaking that meat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 6 in 10 millennials rate their grilling ability as excellent or good.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'd like to sample their meats.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
would. I also doubt that because I don't think 6 out of 10. That means 60% of the millennial population is good at grilling.
I don't
Grilling.
think so. If you just did a blind taste test and you brought in a bunch of millennials and you had them cook meat, I bet you maybe 1 out of 10 is
Yeah.
cooking a good steak.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. This was out of 3,000 U.S. Adults who were
big sample
polled.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But were these people that grill? Like
I
where
don't know
was
if
it?
they
How
were
was this?
random people.
Yeah.
That's 3,000 people. I think they were just random people because more than half the poll said that they're reluctant to grill, and they like ready-made meal kits to be more convenient.
Yeah.
So the majority of millennials prefer simple meal kits to grilling.
Like what? Like
And
what's that? A microwave dinner? What's
like
a meal kit?
like a HelloFresh.
Yeah, like you can go and just
Oh,
cook
yeah.
it in your thing.
Mhm.
by
Blue Apron,
yourself.
you mean? Type of a deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And also most Gen Zers are reluctant to grill because they think others are better at it than them.
Grill
Mm,
shame. It's very
Yeah.
real.
Yes.
Grill shamed.
This was a
Well,
poll conducted by Tabasco.
oh, see, so it's already Tabasco fans, probably.
No,
Like
I don't
maybe.
think so. I think it's random.
Oh, just Tabasco funded it.
Mm-hmm.
William Docs, our pal, he
Yes.
says you shouldn't be allowed to rate yourself. You have to rate other people.
Yeah, they should do a survey at the end of your barbecue.
Yeah.
Fill out this card. Go to this website. And then,
That's
and
true.
then let us
Good
know.
point.
See?
Let us know. And then they should have your parent also there.
Yeah.
Barbecuing.
Exactly. Next
Yeah.
to you.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Wow.
Yeah. One other story that I have. Do you all remember the woman who was a star from 90 Day Fiance who was selling jars of her flatulence
Yes.
to the thirsty people out there on the internet?
Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
about it all the time.
Genius
Yeah.
business idea.
And
It's just a
so-
fart factory.
Yeah, she was changing up her diet to, I think, get the most odoriferous byproducts that were possible, but she ended up having to go to the hospital.
I recommend butter chicken.
Butter chicken.
Indian.
Okay.
Butter chicken.
Okay.
Okay.
Go on with your story, Rob.
Okay. So butter chicken. Okay. So
BUTT.
yes. So she has a new product available.
No.
Yes. Okay.
Her again.
And this new product is selling some of her perspiration from a particular part of her body. She's able
Okay.
to bottle perspiration from her, to use the medical term, from her breast area.
Not as bad as I was picturing.
No,
Okay.
no.
Sweat.
So if it's hot enough, she's able to fill 10 bottles and sell them at $500 a pop for $5,000 a day.
I sweat a lot. I could not fill with all my. I guarantee I sweat.
How big
more
is a
than her.
bottle?
It's like a vial, like
little vial.
like this.
Kind of like
Okay.
Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob.
Yeah,
Thornton's
she holds. It's
vials
actually
of
a
blood.
little bit more of a test tube. You can see on the. Yeah, she actually makes a TikTok video about how she goes about filling the bottle.
Gosh, I could fill like a ton of those bottles. I could have like a bandolier of.
Is there
test
a
tubes.
market for Danny's quad sweat?
Now, where do you want the sweat from? Because it's coming from all places. I could get you anything.
Mhm.
What kind of sweat you want, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Danny could definitely do this. Would it sell? Probably a little bit.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know.
Now she's sitting out in the sun already. Would she make more money doing this or being a Los Angeles area beach lifeguard?
Smart. Or
Mhm.
both.
You could do
probably
both.
can't do
I mean,
the side
really?
job.
Can you imagine that? Like, hey, that's how they should be advertising being a lifeguard this summer. Hey, want to have a high-paying job that we can make money,
Sell
being
sweat on
out-
the side.
Yeah.
sell sweat on the side, a side hustle.
You sit like on a giant tarp with a bucket at the bottom, and it just funnels all the fluids into a
Mhm.
bucket. And then at the end of the day, turn around, sell the bucket. You're a
Yeah.
millionaire.
I mean, I think that her hydration has got to be on point for this.
Yeah. Sure.
Mhm.
I don't think it's going to be as profitable as the fart jar.
What are you talking about?
selling
She's making 5,000 a day.
500 a pop. 5,000 a day.
I don't think she's sold. You think she's selling 10 a day every day?
Oh, of course. She's selling $5,000 a day. So that's how much a week?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she is making
35,000 a week.
millions a year.
You think, is there a sponge involved at any point?
Should be.
Mm-hmm.
That's an effective way of getting it.
Yeah. So
I could put a tube at the end of my pinkies because that's
Do you
when
have
I
a
run,
website?
it all goes right to it.
Rob, does she have her own website to sell?
I believe she has a website
Etsy?
that is on the website onlyfans.com, I believe.
Oh,
Nope.
great.
Yeah, I'm sorry that she actually has a website called Unfiltered, which again I think that is also how the sweat comes. There's no ease in Unfiltered.
Okay.
I recommend do not go to that website. Also,
You don't think so?
Unless you is that
Listen
what happened to
Rob on
Tyson's
this.
Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
This is where I end up getting that thing where I then have to take 5 kids to Pizza Hut.
Yes.
Now I know if you post something on Instagram and I see 5 strangers' kids with you at Pizza Hut, I'll know exactly what happened.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
chain of events that led to that moment will be obvious.
I don't know if this is too graphic. She describes the process as I like to call myself the human maple tree, and the boobs sweat my sap. I sit there and collect my sap the same way a maple tree does. I mean, doesn't that involve a nail, Danny?
I think that it does. A nail
Not
in
a
a
nail.
bucket.
It's
Mhm.
you put like a pipe.
Oh,
like a metal
yeah,
pipe in there.
that's right. It's like a little tube.
That metal
Mhm.
pipe thingy. But
Yeah.
still, the trees don't do any of the work. Here she makes it sound like the trees are collecting their own sap. She's like, I do it just like the maple trees do. So I just scoop my sweat up under my boob, and that's what they do with their sap.
Yeah.
Like, no, the trees don't collect any of their own sap.
Plus, maple's delicious.
Dude,
Mhm.
maple trees
Sweat,
are
not so much.
delicious.
Yeah. All right. Danny, are you ready
here.
to take us to that sacred place?
Yes.
Okay. Let's visit Danny in his bolt hole.
Welcome to my bolt hole. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna feel you belong.
Yes.
I want to talk about this song that Tyson sings for us because it it gives us all the chills, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The hair on my arm is all standing up.
every time.
Yeah, and there's a name for that
What's
I
it
came
called?
across. It's called Frisian.
It's Frisian.
Frisson. People also, I think I saw in the article, they also call it a skingasm or something like that.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, skin orgasm. Also piloerection.
Go on.
Lots of good
Yes.
names for this. Frisian is the most tame, PG-13. Piloerection and skingasm, also possible choices.
Mhm.
And it's something that happens when you listen to music and you get that little chill. And maybe you're looking for a way to get that chill. I just wanted people to know I came across this article. It's on Big Think. I came across it through someone's blog post. And they offer now playlists. It looks like Quartz, the publication, has one, but this place, bigthink.com, also has one 715 song playlist that's made of songs guaranteed to give you skingasms and Frisian.
Okay.
I don't
what's
see-
on the playlist?
I don't see Tyson's song on it.
Mhm.
And actually, a lot of these songs I can't imagine giving me a skingasm. Like
Okay,
only
what do you
one.
got?
Is
Oh.
Welcome to My Nightmare by Alice Cooper on there?
I don't see it. Purple Rain,
Mhm.
Only
Okay.
One by Kanye West.
See that?
Sia Chandelier.
Mhm.
A lot of classical music.
Mhm.
Oh, interesting.
And How Soon Is Now, The Smiths, Journey,
Okay.
Faithfully. I saw
Yeah.
Peace of Mind by Boston.
Mhm.
Wild Things by Chris Williamson. No Woman, No Cry.
Tone Loc. Yeah.
Bob Marley. I Will Always Love You, Whitney Houston.
Mhm.
Here's a surprise. For Crying Out Loud by Meatloaf.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of songs, a lot of variety. And if you're looking for something to spice up your drive, to work so that you can arrive fully refreshed after multiple
A rattlesnake?
skingasms. Yeah, if you have a rattlesnake, play this. It might even
Mhm.
affect rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
They've got playlists now out. For
Is that
this.
how a rattlesnake sheds its skin? That it hears a song that gives it a skingasm?
Yeah, it might help. I've
Zzz.
never seen a snake actually shed its skin.
Yeah.
How does it do it?
It sloughs it all off. It's just kind of like
Rubs itself all over.
Mhm.
Kinda
Life
slowly
without
cleanse
arms
out
would
of it.
just suck.
Yeah.
So anyway,
sure.
if you're looking for something, I saw this, thought some people might like it. It has, like I said, an eclectic mix. Johnny Cash, Metallica, Celine Dion, Mozart,
What Johnny Cash song?
Hurt.
Yeah,
Well, his remake.
That's the one I was going to say. Hurt.
You
Mhm.
knew because you
Yeah.
felt it.
Yeah,
You felt it on your skin before.
correct.
You're like, what is this strange sensation
Mhm.
tickling me all over?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
Now you can put in a name to it, Frisian.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's out there. Big Think has got this article, a 715 song playlist. That's like 5 days of a never-ending orgasm.
Wow.
Skin
Yeah,
orgasm.
I don't
Too
know how.
much.
Yeah, I know, skin orgasm. I don't know how many people can handle that. You'd be exhausted. Just hydrate. Maybe buy some of that
Mhm.
skin sweat. That sweat
No.
that's got electrolytes in it.
Hmm.
Let's just get started on
No.
that.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't sweat? I think about this all the time. Doesn't sweat have electrolytes in
Yes.
it? There's a ton of salt. I know that
Yeah.
from personal
Mhm.
experience.
Well, salt is an electrolyte.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, you can't recycle it. And they do in Dune, but
Yeah.
They filter it and stuff. Come on.
Hmm.
I
yeah.
know. Anyway,
Don't be gross, Stanley.
I also saw an article about how many people are crying watching the new Top Gun. How many guys are
Oh,
crying?
how many?
Have
Did
you guys
see
seen
it?
it? No,
No,
it
I
was
didn't
just
see
kind
it.
of
I haven't seen it.
Well, Danny, you're in flight school, right? Are you a
Yeah.
Top Gun?
Go see it.
no, I'm not in Top Gun, but I'm just wondering if either of you cried while watching it because it's
Mhm.
kind of on the news that it's making grown men weep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I don't know if it's like weep from awesomeness.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, honestly, if we're being real. And I have to say that I would never weep at Top Gun. I
Okay.
don't think.
Mhm.
But I know
Even
that
when Goose dies?
even when Goose dies.
We're talking
but
about the new Top Gun,
Mhm.
Maverick.
Yeah, but I think that in order to cry at the new Top Gun, you had to have been so in love with the
With the
old
first
Top
one.
Gun that this is then something. So and this is the person that would cry at Top Gun, is if you can see here, my friend,
Hold on. Let me go. I'll put you on full screen.
well, has the full name on there, so maybe I shouldn't.
Okay.
I'll just
Okay,
describe
go
it.
on.
So my friend's father-in-law has this drawing that's like a caricature drawing of his whole family, but it says like Top Gun. It has the Top Gun logo with his name on it. He's in a flight jacket with patches from all of his favorite things.
Yeah.
And Tom Cruise is in the background with a speech bubble saying, "Hey, Top Gun, need a co-pilot?" ? And then he has all of his favorite things around him. He's got a 3-wheeler. He's got a Cadillac. He's got a plane because he was a pilot. And then on his puffy coat jacket, flight jacket, has patches for rugby because he loves rugby and the college that he loves the most. And then in the very far background are his kids.
Yeah.
So he's the kind of man. He's the kind of man who weeps at the new Top Gun. Is what
Correct.
you're saying.
Correct.
And I noticed that in the article I read about men weeping at Top Gun, a lot of it had to do with their girlfriends and wives mocking them as they weep.
Yeah.
Right? Is that fair?
Is that why they wept? That they were being mocked by their significant other? By their partner?
Because one came before the other. The weeping came before the mocking.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, just let me know if you guys go, if if this tickles you in the wrong way and you begin to weep. I'd be interested in finding out.
Boy, I have to watch it solo. I don't want to get roasted by my wife.
Yeah, and maybe what I'm doing right now is giving a public announcement saying, hey, if you think there is a chance you might weep, you should probably watch it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Did you, Rob?
Yeah.
Did you love the first one so much? Is it nostalgic for you to watch over and over and again? Because I've watched it only like once or twice.
So yeah, the only time I watched the first movie was, and I had been voted out of Survivor All Stars, and I was on a miserable trip to Argentina with your friend and mine, Tina Wesson, the late great Rudy Bosch, and Richard Hatch, who had abandoned us to go be put up at a resort. Okay. And the only thing I had to do was there was a nearby video store, and VHS tapes. Wow. And I used to go and get VHS movies to watch by myself. Now, I don't think I watched the first one and cried. I think Rudy would have made fun of me if I had done that. And I watched the first one then because I had never seen it.
Okay.
Never went back to it. It's back to the source material.
Yeah. You're not going to cry.
I think it was fine.
Okay. Yeah, you'll be okay.
You're going to be okay.
If I watched a sad movie with my wife, I feel like that she would be.
She would definitely cry.
She would be crying, or tearing up. I can't imagine the scenario where there's a movie that's so sad that it makes me upset. It makes me cry, but my wife is like laughing at me.
Oh, it's not so sad. It's the nostalgia of all the things.
So I don't have the
love for the original.
Nostalgia for the or the love for the original.
Me neither.
Yeah.
So I'm safe.
Yeah, I think anybody who's like that, who's wearing like Top Gun T-shirts and has the jackets with the Top Gun. Yeah,
I was
logo
too young to
stuff.
be, and I say that proudly, to be, part of the like epicness of like getting caught up in the nostalgia of the original.
Yeah, same here.
I'd watch it. I'm not gonna go to the movie theater and see it.
Just
watch it on demand.
Tissues.
Yeah. What's the runtime on Top Gun 2?
Oh yeah,
it's like 2 hours.
Every movie.
I won't go to the movies theater for anything over 110.
221. Come on.
110 minutes is my limit.
Wait, 221 minutes?
No, 2 hours and 21. So
I was like, whoa, dude,
141.
Yeah, I do. I'm 110 max minutes.
Okay, look at you.
All
right. Anyway, so just heads up.
All right, Danny, what's coming up for you this week?
Got a lot of material I need to edit. Probably be posting something tomorrow on Mediocre Amateurs on YouTube. Just me. It's a solo trip I did where I threw up a bunch. I talked about it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So if you like watching people vomit from a GoPro 360 camera, this might be the video for you. I got it from all the angles. So,
okay.
Puking. And then other than that, just trying to make adventure happen all the time while at the same time trying not to anger my wife. It's a delicate balance.
It's tricky.
It is. Also learning a lot about pickleball. Because I read one article. Now it shows up in my newsfeed all the time.
Yeah, but Danny, we said that article was rebuffed.
I know, but there's all sorts of articles about the
There are.
explosion. It's like the thing now. It's exploding. Plus, I read a conflicting account of the name for pickleball. I said it had to do with the dog of the person who invented the game.
Yeah.
And then the article I read in Sports, whatever it was, the one Tyson criticized, it had a
Yeah.
different origin story.
Yeah.
There's a few different argumentative origin stories of the name of pickleball.
So anyway, that's what I'm doing in my spare time, reading about pickleball, editing video, and searching for adventure.
Okay. All right. Well, great job today, Danny. And Tyson, what's up for you?
Pickleball all the time, dude. Going to Austin, Texas.
Wow.
Yeah.
This weekend to do some commentating for Major League Pickleball. Starts on Friday, goes Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's where one of those
Culminates-
rich billionaires set up a pickleball compound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Steve
I remember
Kuhn.
that from the article. Yep.
Yeah. So I will be commentating, one of the commentators, and it will be on CBS Sports on Sunday. Whether or not I'm one of the commentators for the CBS Sports feed, I do not know.
But you're not going to do a broadcast voice.
I'm not doing a broadcast voice.
Well, they would be fools not to have you back on your broadcast
Home
network home,
Yeah.
CBS.
That's what I'm saying.
Home network advantage.
Correct.
They might
Yes.
have some problem with Tyson since he was part of the CNN Plus team.
No, but that never aired, Danny.
Yeah, so but it could be bad blood. Just
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Does Viacom not own CNN?
I do not believe they own the CNN.
I mean, they own everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you,
Yeah.
Rob?
Just podcasting away over here. Busy week here of after the Memorial Day weekend. I didn't podcast a ton this weekend, so a lot of stuff to catch up on.
Yeah, got to catch up on the podcasting, meet those
Got it.
quotas from
Got
your
it.
boss.
Got to. All right. Well, I'm not like a lifeguard that just gets to sit here all day.
Sit around all day making
Get a
money.
tan.
Yeah, making just sweating into a jar for people. No,
Man.
we gotta I sweat, but it's like it's because I'm in a hot room sitting here all day.
Podcast
Right?
sweat. You can't sell
Yeah.
podcast sweat.
I don't think anybody wants it. Yeah.
Well, you never know till you try, and
Okay,
only
let me get
one
on
person we know was
unfiltered. Yeah.
bold enough.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
We did it, guys.